Tonight on Connecticut's news station, an extreme hot weather protocol now in effect. We'll tell you just how hot it's going to get and how you can stay cool.
And picking up the pieces in the North End.
The whole area was disgusting. You couldn't go nowhere. Cars had to turn around.
A neighborhood faced with flooding once again after Tuesday's torrential storms.
Plus another homicide in the Brass City.
I just started crying once I saw there was a dead body in front of the car.
Residents reacting to the staggering rise in violence.
And snakes causing stress for dog owners.
The sound and the look and hearing it and seeing it and knowing that it's right in your own backyard could be very nerve-wracking.
The warning tonight to keep your pets safe.
Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us here on the news at 6. I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. Waterbury police are on the lookout tonight after they say a woman was shot and killed near the corner of Hillside Avenue and Kellogg Street earlier this morning.
Her death now marking the 12th homicide in the Brass City seen so far this year. Fox 61's New Haven County Bureau reporter Julia LeBlanc joining us now live outside of Waterbury Police Department with details. Julia.
Hi, good evening to you. Now, police are still searching for answers as they're working to find out who this woman was and what happened to her right around 4 o'clock this morning.
Who wants to live like that?
Rosetta Melton was getting ready for work Wednesday morning when she was stopped in her tracks.
I just started crying once I saw there was a dead body in front of my car.
Police got a call around 4:30 a.m. for an unresponsive person on the corner of Hillside Ave near Kellogg Street. That's when they found a woman with gunshot wounds dead in the road. Her death now marking the 12th homicide the city has seen this year, with half of those murders happening in the last 2 months.
Waterbury used to be the brass capital of the world, and now it's a slum. It's like being in Harlem.
Which is exactly what neighbors like Wilbert Montesino were hoping to get away from. He moved here from the Bronx about a month ago.
For a better life, you know, more tranquil.
But it was anything but tranquil this morning when he woke up to at least 5 gunshots with police at his door asking questions a while later.
Just sad that somebody lost their life.
A life Melton says was taken too soon because of a lack of intervention by police and the community. She says she heard nonstop fireworks last night in what sounded like a war zone. Neighbors called hoping for help. Then this happened.
No police came, but now all these police are out here because the woman is now deceased. But what about her life? Why she didn't get this attention for her life, and now we're doing all this now?
Now, police are not releasing the name or the age of the woman who was killed just yet. In the meantime, we did get the chance to speak with someone who says she knew her well and says that this woman had a huge heart and would give you the shirt off her back. We're live here in Waterbury tonight. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Awful, Julia. Thank you. All right, new at 6, State Representative Marian Kahn speaking out for the first time since a man walked up to her and assaulted her outside of the XL Center last month. Kahn releasing a statement saying, "I have sustained multiple physical injuries and it has taken an emotional toll on me and my family and children who witnessed the attack and were in harm's way." She went on to thank the men who came to her aid and apprehended the alleged attacker, Andre Desmond, until the police arrived. Kahn says she plans to speak more about the incident tomorrow at noon.
Well, the state's extreme hot weather protocol is now in effect as more hot days are expected ahead of us here this week. Fox 61's Gabby Molina joining us live in Hartford with more on what that means and how people are trying to beat the heat out there. Gabby.
Ben and Jen, it is still very, very hot out here, so the splash pad behind me here at Goodwin Park is packed, as you can see, with plenty of families looking to find any way to cool off from this heat. We're not used to it this year. We've had so many overcast skies and rainy weather that we haven't really had a super summery day like this, but there are plenty ahead of us the next couple of days as we brace for a potential heat wave. And because of that, Governor Lamont has activated the state's extreme hot weather protocol for the first time this year. What that means is it allows for different state agencies and towns and cities to work together with 211 to connect people to resources that they need to stay cool. That includes cooling centers, which have opened up around the state. For families here in Hartford, as of today, all of the city's pools are open, which is great news for parents who are looking for ways to keep their children cool.
Splash pad and swimming. And her, she just like the water guns. Whenever he comes to the park, he loves the water. So anytime he see the park and he see the water, he just dive into it. Why not let him cool off, you know?
Now, the extreme hot weather protocol is going to be in effect until Friday at 8 p.m. Live in Hartford, Gabby Molina, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
What a fun scene. Everybody looks like they're having so much fun,
That's
Gabby.
the place to be.
For sure. So how long is the heat going to last?
We need a cool down here. Meteorologist Sam Samperi joining us now. Sam, that map behind you is sweltering.
Ooh, smoking.
We hit 90 degrees, 91 today. These are the high temperatures, but it feels like it's about 95 when you factor in the dew point. It looks like the heat will end by the weekend, but it'll still be warm and muggy. Right now, we just dropped a couple of degrees to 89 Hartford, 90 Windsor Locks. We're in the upper 80s all the way down into southern Connecticut, New Haven coming in at 87, 80, Groton and London. But it's all about the dew point. We talk about this all the time. When you factor in the heat and the high relative humidities, it feels like we're in the mid-90s across many locations. And that's really what it's going to be like for tomorrow and Friday as well. This is not record-breaking, shattering heat. It's going to feel very hot and humid when you factor in the humidity. Now, we have a couple of pop-up showers to the north. They're dying out. We even had a little sprinkle, looks like it tried to develop south or just north of the New Haven area there. But that's about it in Durham, and then it went away. So it was just a little sprinkle. These storms are not really going to do anything. For tonight, mainly clear skies. It'll be mild and muggy, low 65 to 70. And you see tomorrow again, maybe a pop-up shower, but that's a sea breeze front. Most of the day, it's a beautiful beach day. So tonight, 65 to 70. And tomorrow, your hour-by-hour planner up into the low 90s during the midday. Sun going down now at 8:28. Coming up, I will detail what you can expect through the weekend and into next week. Will we break the humidity as well? Details in a few minutes. Guys?
Okay, Sam, thank you very much. Well, flash flooding creating rivers in parts of greater Hartford yesterday. People in Hartford's North End cleaning up today and sounding off. But relief in the form of compensation for damages could be on the way. Fox 61's Samaya Hernandez has been speaking with those impacted and joins us live from one of the hardest hit areas from yesterday. Samaya.
Jen, this entire intersection behind me was flooded just yesterday, and now there's relief for residents and businesses alike, $5 million of it, and not just for yesterday's storm, but flooding from any storm dating back to 2021. As people across Connecticut enjoyed the July 4th holiday, the Qatari family was cleaning 6 inches of water inside Star Hardware.
At least 400,000 gallons of water within exactly 15 to 20 minutes.
Flash flooding Tuesday afternoon, making a river of Albany Avenue and a pool of parts of Hartford's North End.
The residents are playing in sewer water in their basement. Children don't even know. People not even aware.
Annika and 2 teens were trapped inside their home.
The whole area was disgusting. You couldn't go nowhere. Cars had to turn around.
One woman spending Wednesday drying out the car she recently bought that was submerged.
They're still puddling, that they're still trying to get up.
Stormwater rushed into basements at North United Methodist Church and the Upper Albany Neighborhood Collective.
It's frustrating because you spend time cleaning stuff and trying to save stuff that shouldn't get damaged.
The most frustrating part for residents and business owners alike, this is not the first time.
Storms like this just overwhelm a system that was built for a different century and for a different volume of water coming in.
Comptroller Sean Scanlon listened Wednesday as those impacted sounded off. Authorities set aside $100 million to fix the issue. Most of the money will support long-term structural upgrades. $5 million is reserved to provide relief to residents and businesses.
We want to design a process to get the most money to the most amount of people.
But with changing weather patterns, some fear there'll be more damage before any relief.
If it's there, but it takes months and months and months and months to get, this could happen again.
Officials say that application process will start in a couple of weeks, but the relief itself could take up to 3 months. They say the best thing you can do right now if you are impacted is document, take pictures, and write down a lot of notes so that you are prepared when it does open. For more information, just head to fox61.com. I'm live in Hartford. Samaya Hernandez, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Major headache for so many people. Samaya, thank you. Want to get some new video here tonight. A state police cruiser was hit yesterday by a car that lost control on those rain-soaked roads. Watch this. Check out this video from Trooper's body camera. Police say that the trooper was placing flares while investigating an accident on Route 72 in New Britain. One of the cars driving by ended up hitting the cruiser when it lost control. The trooper luckily wasn't injured here. Drivers are reminded to slow down when those roads are really wet.
And new tonight, a teen was injured by fireworks in Summer. State police saying they responded to a home on Springfield Road last night where a 16-year-old had injuries from a firework. The teen was taken to the hospital. No word on their condition. The incident is under investigation. And state police releasing their final traffic statistics from the holiday weekend. Between Thursday and last night, police responded to more than 7,000 calls. That's up from 6,400 calls this time last year. Nearly 500 of those were for accidents. 49 people were injured in those accidents, and 4 of the incidents were fatal. Those numbers up from the just under 300 accidents reported last year, which included 2 fatalities. 43 people were arrested for DUI.
Well, the man accused of a deadly shooting in Hartford faced a judge today. Police say Jordan Green shot Gregory Betsy multiple times behind a building on Prospect Avenue Monday. Betsy died at the hospital. An arrest warrant for Green claims that he told police that he was robbed, attacked, and shot the day prior to the deadly shooting. The morning of the shooting, he told police that he recognized Betsy outside of his apartment as one of the alleged attackers and was fearful for his safety. Green is now being held on $2.5 million bond. Hartford police are investigating a fatal crash involving a moped. Police say a moped and a car crashed into each other Saturday night right at the intersection of Zion and Hamilton Streets. When officers arrived on scene, the driver of the moped, German Fonseca, was laying in the middle of the road. He was taken to the hospital but did die from his injuries yesterday. Police say the driver of the car stayed on scene and is cooperating with the investigation.
And new tonight, the Hartford Police Department is offering a reward for help in solving a nearly 4-decade-old cold case. Raquel Ramirez's family is offering a $20,000 reward for anyone who can provide information that leads to an arrest and conviction. It's been 38 years since Ramirez's body was found near the Charter Oak Landing in Hartford, and the family is hoping the reward will help lead them to closure.
Also new here tonight, more than $500,000 is going toward improving firefighter safety and training in East Hartford. Mayor Mike Walsh and Congressman John Larson made that announcement this morning. The money will also help provide new gear and thermal image cameras. Fire officials say that these cameras are crucial in saving lives and in fighting fires.
If I'm going into your home, I have no idea where I'm going. Our firefighters have no idea. Oh, and then put on top of it, it's full of smoke and fire. We need a way to see through that smoke. These thermal imagers allow us to do that.
The funding here is part of the Assistance to Firefighters grant program. Last year, the program gave the East Hartford Fire Department funding for new breathing support and CPR compression devices.
Funeral arrangements have been announced for former Governor Lowell Weicker Jr. A funeral and memorial service will be held Monday at 10:30 a.m. at St. Barnabas Church in Greenwich. It will be followed by a burial at Putnam Cemetery. Weicker died on June 29th at the age of 92 after a short illness, according to his family. For more on his life and legacy, head to our website, fox61.com, and download the Fox 61 app.